we're we're shooting content starting tomorrow, but just had a lovely time with the girlfriend, and just went to the gym, and you know, high value women also always shit test, right? So never kind of move forward and be too enthusiastic about something you're proud of. But she will be attacking. She's looking at your facial expression and shit testing you. So you have to remain calm and always find an equal give and take. And she's testing to see your temper. She's testing to see how you will react. And if she can kind of tool you in front of you, that means if you can't protect yourself from her, you make a fool out of yourself. Other guys in public are also going to do that to you, and she's going to be embarrassed of you. So, we're at 9C today. We are at, Goddess 29 breaks up with us. So 28, in a sense. The plan worked in a sense where we're always moving forward by going backward, and we are trying to secure 6 days with the 28th goddess, and so we went for the 29th goddess to kind of get the 28th more interested in the warfare. But the submission we have to the 28th goddess is true in that sense, right? So we go to the gym and she shit tests, and these are the things where I did not come to the gym thinking that was going to happen. I was into the role of a coach, and many times we have we're OCD in our minds of like, we want things done and said a certain way. And when someone says that you're not right or there's another alternative is when you kind of, feel rejected or not good enough. So in this case, this is more of drilling. You need to kind of look yourself in the mirror and drill and be shit tested. To me, bodybuilding is very important. The gym, the mastery I have, the skill set. So she is demonstrating higher value, that she has her own routine, she has her dance routine, and in a sense, she's like shit testing, right? So that being said, it's like, oh wow, I felt really bad. I felt, I wanted to react, and that's what she's doing. She's testing emotions to make you. She wants you to lose your mind so that you can, make yourself look bad. Like a loose cannon. What's up, Beck? What's up, Abigail Vasquez? What's up? We're giving some dating advice, analysis, and relationships. So, we are on recovery mode. Like I said, went to confession on Sunday. A lot of invalidation, had so much fights with the 29th and 28th. And the triangulation, it's like when you're dealing with things, you're kind of on a low tone. So, yeah, feeling really bad, Girlfriend and I, we went to the gym and I got shit tested and tried to remain calm, and I did. And I wanted to do glutes and, and make the gym fun. So we had an altercation in the beginning, and we ended up just doing upper body, a median, and she wanted to do cardio as well, and she did that. So how about you? How are you doing, Abigail? So now whenever we deal with our situation, the shit test, drill your mind, no big deal. Find a median. Don't panic. These things. Just pretty much expect whatever you value the most, the girl will always try to take away from you, right? And this is a shit test. So she wants someone that's stable, someone that's not overreacting, not toxic. And when you talk to her, you're also talking to your friends. So good. I had school today. Cool. It's awesome that you had school today, Abigail. How old are you? What grade? Yeah. So how did you find this YouTube? Yeah. So as we progress, the methods of therapy we have. So we're going to watch a movie, just, try to control things in our life that we can control. We can control prayer. We can control going out, but she doesn't want us going out, So stop counting. This is a 100% relationship. today we gave her flowers, we gave her, gifts, and you just feed her with what she wants. And then tomorrow we have, we're just going to tune into each other's emotions and see what we can fix. And, she went out with us twice this week, third time tomorrow. And, recovering your old girlfriend, it's whatever mistake you did, lay out and create a plan to fix your old relationship. So for us, it's girlfriend does not want us talking to new girls, does not want us getting new phone numbers and in submission. So it's like, oh yeah, you're only going to give money to me, you're only going to talk to me in that sense. So yeah, I mean, to keep the relationship, I do have to follow those terms because we're always fighting and feeling uncomfortable. A lot of things are triggering, and stuff I do also triggers her, right, on some of the stuff. So that being said, whenever you put yourself into a shit test, right, now recover. Watch a movie, do something you love, go to the gym, go to church, right? And the upset I have as well, and the healing we're getting in the Roman Catholic Church, a lot of rejection. It's pretty strict in that sense, and I am promoting it. It makes me feel powerful. It has good support, but certain times different priests could be psychologically abusive, and it is switching up away from crime, but it's also your self-image and sensitivity. You're losing yourself, your reality, and your confidence in your decision making. So you're not able to think critically and decide critically, because when someone says, "Oh, your way of thinking is wrong," you're going to avoid all critical thinking, and then you're going to rely on an external source to make decisions for you instead of making your own decisions. And you're threatened with your soul, like you're going to die and go to hell if you don't follow this type of order. So that I don't like. I think follow the 10 Commandments, right? Keep it simple and pure, and that's how you implement it. And live your life and follow the law. And Moses said, those who don't follow the law die by the law as well. So mixing religion and dating, you are stronger in the spiritual realm, and confidence, they need some sort of background to kind of fall back into. James, get to your Tootsie roll. Not sure what that means, but yeah. So shit tests will come from all high value women, and I've been dating high value women, and I did not see it coming, and it really got to my ego and my nerve. So she's there to kind of humble you, and yeah. Every time we get out of confession, like I said, Sunday, it's now Wednesday, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, right? It puts us really out of sync, out of routine. We're very scared for our survival, so our personality just has to be more confident, and we have to elevate ourselves in the tone. So fear is at 1.0 in the tone scale, right? So whenever you feel emotions, there is a tone scale available from 0 to 4.0. And how do we manage the self? How do we manage our emotions? Yeah, so always find your skill set. Fear of whatever fears and situations you have, fear of being caught, fear of being exposed, whatever fear, right, that's coming through your head, you handle fear, which is 1.0, right, and you elevate 0.05 above that in order to elevate your tone. So if you're feeling 1.0 fear, 1.5 is hatred, right? So hate something. So I hate these people who really lower my self-image and take away my voice. So now I'm going to 2.0 it to antagonism. Okay, so I'm going to avoid these people. I'm not going to let them influence my life. And as we progress even more, we start finding conditions that would do that. So going all in, right? So our negotiation on the 28th goddess is, this temporary phase while we're figuring out each other is what can we do to, exclusivity is, for a month, meaning we're only going to talk to each other for a month and test it out. And these are the conditions, these are the terms, and see how happy we are together before we start delegating other areas of life to other people. So having friends, she has her friends, she has her girlfriends, and she's, spending time with them on nights and weekends. Again, we are losing out on the nights and weekends. And whenever that happens is when we, we want to make sure that we are always, it's not even about us being number one, it's about our happiness, right? So whenever we're not happy, or whenever we're, dating, and then she shit tests, now her respect towards you is low. So now you have to kind of rebuild yourself up, right? So you're in a downward spiral. So healing, from this, it should not, we have our method of therapy, going to watch a movie and feeling antagonism, right? So we can spot them, from the beginning, really from the beginning. And she is, what I like about my girlfriend is that she's very compassionate, very good at communicating, and she, we're respecting her time, and instead, just creating positive memories to kind of bond more. And from that bond, love should arise, and everything's going to be easy. So she's on the defensive mode because we moved on to Goddess 29, and it's a lot of healing. It's we just gotta curb her, psychopath revenge mode. When the girl goes on a warpath against you, it's also bad. So yeah, I mean, looking forward, I'm like, what can make us happy? So whenever I feel like communication with her should be, whatever you can do, all your interactions in person should create memories that are lasting. So have the happiest time, the most enjoyable time, that if she loses you for a month or two, she will miss that moment. So today's keynote, we touched her, stretched her out, corrected her form, and you want to give that love the same that nurses would give their patients. She is our patient, and she is our client and our beloved, so that's how we cherish her in the gym. Then the presence of other males, peer judgment. She is like half my age, for example, so then that's ideally the gym with young people is something you want to avoid. An alpha male will never put yourself in uncomfortable situations. So that's where I'm failing as an alpha male. I did not expect a shit test. My guard was down. I did not expect an uncontrolled environment. So that's penalty for me. That's going to occur tomorrow. So tomorrow we have a recovery day. We're going to spend dinner, and hopefully on that date it's we feel more powerful. We're going to explore it in a new city, and all we're doing is bonding together, discussing things. I think I could, this is where the values, the system of control, the system that a woman is attracted to is how valuable you are, is you got to be a challenge to her. You cannot be easy. You have to be also self-control. So control yourself. I wanted to call her and said, hey, I noticed you weren't really connecting. What happened today? That would have been a bad thing to say, because you cannot be emotional towards the girl. You have to make decisions and make her stabilize her. So you're the man in the relationship. She already has a lot of emotions. She already has a lot of stress. So you got to be the stabilizing factor. Give her stability in cash. Give her stability in emotions and everything, right? You have to be different from what's already happening in her life. You are her companion, and your goal is to make her increase her interest level towards you, and be entertaining. You cannot be flat. You got to show her new things, show her new tricks, and always unfold a different story in your life. Get her curious, and she has a first-hand look. OT Models Model Agency, and a lot of things are uncovering, and she is part of this great organization as the goddess, the highest of all positions, right? So whenever you progress forward in a relationship, like I said, I'm kind of stuck here in the next month, and going exclusive is, I know it's like we're approach king, so I can still teach you guys about approaching and being the approach king, but it does not mean that you should stop. In my case, I am stopping approaches. That was my promise to her, right? So, but that being said, it's like you shouldn't really like stop approaching, even when you're in a relationship. You can still practice your game talking to girls, but you just don't have to get their number, right? You just don't have to talk to them outside of that. So by approaches, unless she forbids that, just communicate. If it's not extreme circumstances that she doesn't know, no foul. And she did. I asked her about it. Does the same rules apply towards you? So she said that, yeah, just ask me if she's going out with someone, where she's going, and she will reveal. But so she's under the impression of don't ask, don't tell. It's really just she doesn't want to be triggered that she's being replaced, right? So yeah, as long as we apply by those rules and we don't break it, then this is how you keep a failing relationship. This is how you keep a failing marriage. It's just discuss what went wrong, and discuss things that you're going to change, and discuss a future together. And yeah, so she will always be shit testing from the beginning to the end, and it never ends. These shit tests, it never ends. So always be prepared, always rehearse that, no big deal, no big deal, no big deal. And that will do the trick for you. Now, as far as we talked about relationships, Kino escalating, and all that, right? So you're on this, and you got to Kino it up, and increase your compliance, increase your attraction level, and then yeah, for seduction, right? So whenever seduction is not available, that's when we we negotiate, and we change things up. So seduction is whenever we do seduction is when we yeah, the isolation and all that, right? So let's go backtrack of the whole backbone of this whole system, right? A1, A2, A3, C1, C2, C3, S1, S2, S3. So S3 is sex, intercourse, right? S2 is last minute resistance. S1 is the seduction, right? Seduction bridge. So the bed, whatnot. C3 is the couch before the bed, the bridges, right? From comfort 3 to seduction, right? Comfort 1 and 2 is basically your dating stages, right? Attraction 1, attraction 2, attraction 3 is like, male to female interest, female to male interest, and such, right? So on this path, you're, as you move on to that, what phase are you in? Are you in the attract phase? If you're dating, if you've already gone out on a date, you're in the comfort phase. All you're doing is building comfort, right? And then seduction will follow eventually, right? So keep everything down to 4 to 10 hours, but the framework will always remain true, and the ammunition she'll get, and you're gonna lose her if you don't have your rotation. You're gonna lose her if you don't have, if you fail the shit test. You're gonna lose her if you become emotional. So all this, you have to bottle it all in. You have to really be a tough man and be emotionless and just be a man, right? You can display emotions, but you know, do it honestly, right? So don't you display the emotions just to kind of get her to back off in terms of like how she's hurting you, how she's damaging you. Most of the time, this does not really turn on the girl. So she likes it when you're cold and don't care and you're, you know, react to it, right? That's a man. But you know, for me, it works both ways too, because it's like if my interest in keeping the relationship is low, meaning we have a lot of options, she's not the only option. It's like I would want someone to treat me well in the long term. So we can kind of do a test. It's like some girls were completely cold and the others were compassionate, right? Whenever we have to explain ourselves, oh, what the fuck, right? Like, let's say, oh, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Never over explain to a girl. So remember, if the moment she's in your level, she's going to disrespect you in her own level as well. So you don't want to have this equal treatment, that you guys are equals in that sense. You don't want to be like an asshole to the point where it's toxic masculinity, but you are above her. You are the masculine. You are her leader. You're guiding her into a better life. The moment things become up for discussion is when you lose. Because she likes being, you know, she will fuck the guy who tells her what to do. But if you ask her what to do is when it's not, you're no longer a man, right? So build your confidence by, you know, having that mindset that, you know, you are the leader, you are the alpha, and don't let her beauty tear you down. You know, allow the confidence. You know, our goddess 28 is one of the most beautiful women. You know, if not the most beautiful. You know, 9 a 10, right? And it's you know, just read her emotions, read her way of things, and you know, you don't want her thinking she's above you. You don't want her thinking she's better, because then she will look down on you, right? You cannot be her slave. You know, you have to always, whenever she's getting out of line, neck her, point out some mistakes, point out some weaknesses, so then she can try to win your respect back. And the sorry game works on her end, on her favor, right? She tells you you did something wrong, and then all your relationship, you just make things up. And yeah, so in this warfare, it's like pretty much this is the warfare we're going through. Hey, what's up, Abigail? Welcome back. What grade are you in, and how old are you? You said you just got back from school. Yeah. But yeah, so it is a warfare. There was a, you know, if you're moving on to a different girl and she's not, she feels bad about it, and that's the whole warfare in the relationship game. So, but we've secured a more secured relationship, and yeah. So Abigail, you're in 6th grade and 11 years old. It's mature audiences, so I wouldn't listen to this YouTube. But whenever we're going for the girl, always know that the fight, you know, you have to really have her submit to you. Compliance tests, survive her shit tests, and you know, that's pretty much it. So this is 9C. We'll do more sessions, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.